Testing. Hey, so my mic looks like it's working this time. Um, really sorry about that last time. Um, so yeah, um, welcome. We're going to be continuing with our obfuscated binary. I have managed to actually save it this time, and now we can just open it and it'll already have all of these done. And we're going to be starting today looking at this exception handler one. Um, if you recall from when we started last time, or when we looked at it last time, right here we're pushing the previous exception handler onto the stack, its exception handler frame, and then moving the new one into the thread execution block here, or thread information block, I guess. Then as it comes down here, it's going to go do this jump that's actually unconditional, come over here, and then when we get to right here, you can see that it's actually, we know that this EAX is actually 0. So what we're trying to do here is read from the null address. So that's going to cause an access violation, which is then going to trigger our exception. So what we need to do is actually replace this read with a jump to the address that was pushed onto the stack previously. So I believe that we wrote some of that already. And we need to run it and see what happens. I think I have some issues that we're going to have to take care of. Yeah, so that looks a little weird. Let's see what we had there. It looks like it's just going down that branch a bunch of different times. Let's see. So 7E, four D7 8 finished. Then this one starts, analyzes that. Oh, I see what's happening. It's messing up our, so if we come in here and look at the, oh, I guess we need to look at the mapped medium level IO. Oh no, it took us all the way to the top. So it's actually coming to this instruction here, 429. Whoops. And it's doing a set var here. And that is what we were doing. We were checking here. And we're in the SEH. And so then we're calling the check null deref. And then it finishes. So, I think if it doesn't find anything on check null deref, then I think we need to actually look at the next address. So I'm not sure. I gotta think about how to do this. Just to make sure y'all do hear me right. I guess so, because nobody's actually been like, hey, you're not saying anything this time. So we'll just assume that I am. Anyways, so what we need to do then is come here. I think that we need to, I don't know, you tell me, is there any sound? Test, test. Man, now you got me paranoid that there's no sound. Oh, you were muted. Okay. That'll also do it. So how's that? All right, cool. Oh, look. There's looks like I got my chat thing working too. Actually see the chat on the screen. Anyways. So, cool. We need to pass in the instruction here if a set var isn't a null deref. So null deref. Let's check the next instruction. So next instruction, we can do il address plus u.get instruction length il.address. And then we can just pass into our function here, next instruction. And now I think it'll go ahead and add this to the queue. And yeah, let's see what happens. All right, come on down here. I think it might go back to this one time and then go ahead and come here again and try it again. So let's try it. We might have to do some, yeah, look at that. So, okay, we got an issue with the write. Oh yeah, I guess I didn't put the address that it's supposed to write to. Okay, so that was interesting, and it was because I think I think it's because of the fact that it's a queue. I mean, it seems like it works, so maybe we'll just leave it there for now. So our value here needs to be let's go format our document a little bit. Let's see. All right. Database out of date. Maybe I need to see if that fixes it. Nope, still says database out of date. Probably because I updated my dev branch since I first saved it. So yeah. So we'll run unlock. We see it kind of stepping through those. So that's cool. I have a feeling that it's going to kind of go into a into an kind of an infinite loop, or it's just going to go for a very, very long time. Because there's one other thing that we need to take into account, and that is when we cause an exception, there's a shit ton of things that get pushed onto the stack as it kind of sets up the entire exception handling process. And then when the exception is finished, it unwinds down that stack to get back to where it originally was after the exception was handled. So there's a very good chance that we've missed wherever it actually goes back from there. And that's why it's kind of just going through and doing a bunch of stuff now. Like, who knows how long it's going to do this because of the fact that it's got all of those places that it needs to fill in the binary. Like, that's pretty, that's a lot of empty space right now. So let's see. Guess we'll just close that for now. Yeah, it got pretty far. It was in the 700s at that point. So let's see if we can run our thing one time. We need to do check null deref. And I guess we need to come back here and find the push. We found it at one point. Actually, I know a way to do this. So we come to our mapped medium level IL. So we're right here, or I guess right over here. EAX52. So we want current function .llil.mapped medium level il.ssa form, and we want 444. So now I got to remember what this API is. Let's see. So I need it might be on the function, not get SSA. I'm looking for the method that gives me a version, because I need to know what version I'm at. Although I guess I could do get var definitions. So we want var 10, I believe, because it's var 14 is the one that pushed, we pushed the old frame on, pointer to the old frame onto. And then below that is the address that we're going to jump to. So var 10, actually I can just do I don't need to do the SSA thing here. I could just do current function, get stack contents. And then 16 and then 4. Yeah, cool. And if we just, whoops, switch this back to assembly. And then here, if we just do an edit and do a jump to 409.215. Oh, that's a big one. All right, so let's see what we got here. We can patch this to always branch. Let's go ahead and do this one too, because all right, so this one is a jump 403722. We got a value that we're doing in EAX. And that one's going to be a always branch. Another jump. I'm hoping what I'm looking for is here soon. And I have a feeling that it's EDX that we're setting up for it. So if we do this one, and then we can patch this one as well. Still not there. Still doing stuff with EDX, so that's, I really think that's what it's gonna end up being. I need to just make a plugin for the unret and just be like, here, just do it at this address. Sub add sub. Okay, we're just pushing and jumping to it this time. That's at least handy. Man. I'm kind of getting into a sunk cost fallacy now here, because I'm like, maybe I should go and do patch, like write a load a plugin thing. Yeah, let's do it. So, got our plugin here. So what do we pass? We pass in a I want register for medium level IL instruction. All right, so if I do that, then I can do these from, no, I really should have saved that, huh? All right, man, later. Get some sleep. So, all right. We came here. Oh, I should have remembered what that was. Current function dot gets. Oh wait, I know what I can do. Just come here and do. Oh no, because I had to actually know the address there. All right, current function get stack contents here. Minus 16, 4 bytes. I really wish pressing I would get me out of mapped medium level IL. But when you're not in one of the regular ones, when you're not in one of these, it, I guess maybe you can't see those because they're a little off screen. When it's not low level IL or medium level IL, I doesn't do anything. So that's kind of a little frustrating. All right, so we jump there. Now let's switch back and see if I can. All right. Whoa. So I can, whoops, I can do a always branch, and I can do a an unret. Wait, let me make sure. Ret needs the unret is the return address, so I need to come here and do unret. Oh, what did I forget? Oh, takes one positional. That's right. So I need to change this. We'll turn this into a lambda. There we go. Because plugin command always returns a binary view, or always passes a binary view as the first parameter, and then because we're registering for a medium level IL instruction, we get the IL instruction as well, which I believe will be a mapped medium level IL instruction here, since that's the graph that we're currently in. I guess we'll find out though. All right, so I need to restart that again. All right. Still forgot to copy that. At least it's easy to get. All right. Good, and always branch that. Always branch that. All right. Now let's go to our mapped medium level IL and unret. There we go. That's going to be an always branch. We can unret. All right. And this is going to be an always branch. And this is going to be an unret. Now hopefully I'll actually recognize the thing that I want from here. Man, the command palette is so nice. So, oh yeah, that's the easy one. All right. You're gonna be a always branch. Oh, where'd we go? All right, haven't seen it yet. So there's gotta be something somewhere. Yep, got another jump to an address there. Let's see what that is. Let's copy that. And then we'll make this current function dot set user indirect branches here, bv.arch, and then, oh wait, no, it's a list of tuples, bv.arch, and then the address that it's going to jump to. The reason why it doesn't actually jump there on its own is because this is probably a, yeah, this is the data section, which means that it's readable. I wonder if these are all jump locations. That would be very interesting. They definitely look like it for the most part. Anyways, because it's the data section, the data flow won't actually go ahead and just do these. Although, I wonder. Idle data. Wonder what happens if we do a bv dot add user section. Let me see what the add user section looks like, just because I can't remember the order of everything. Name, start, length, and then semantics. All right, so do that. bv.sections data.start. bv.sections. This might not have a, let's try just doing a lin. And then here we want to do section semantics dot read only section semantics, I believe is the name of it. And then, oh, all right. See, list them. Read only data section semantics. All right, if we do that, yep, look at that. Just by renaming that section or resetting that section to not be writable, it goes ahead and finds our jump for us. So, that's pretty cool, right? Although actually, is that actually the address? Did it just mess that up? Oh, I see. Yeah, okay, so that's the correct address. Yeah, so it goes ahead and adds it. So we can go back to doing our unrets. All right, EDX still doesn't look like anything interesting. I feel like that's when it's going to be something that's actually useful. So that's starting to look closer to something. Still don't see anything useful. Man, I don't know how to do a good, I don't know a good way to find this on its own. Guess I can ignore the patches, unless I really need to. So what I'm looking for is anything that would like write to the stack in a weird location. And I haven't seen anything yet. Oh, that looks like we're getting somewhere. EDX is starting to look like something. That definitely looks like a jump location. Ugh, but nope, we're back to being something weird. All right, let's see. Let's double check though. Make sure we haven't had any like wonder if we could do something that wonder if we could do something where we actually just stop if we get to a store. Because it would be writing to something on ESP. No, I need to go up a little bit higher. I lied and didn't actually do any of the stuff that I had planned to do here. All right. So we do these. We'll just return. So if we do our unlock, so we're getting into our things here. Oh, looks like we stopped. Was there a store? Let's see what we got. I don't see a store anywhere. So it stopped for another reason. Let's see. What am I missing here? I don't see anything that's doing a store. I should have really just put an output something. Get that. Analysis finished there. This one definitely should have gone to here. I guess our queue is not. Yeah, there's nothing in it. So if we run it again. Just kind of jumping through everything now. This is kind of cool. Oh, I think it's because it's currently the SEH thing is turned on, and so it's like every single time it sees a set var, it's like, oh, I gotta check this out. Oh, looks like it's gonna keep going now. I don't know why it lost itself there. So many basic blocks. And most of them are useless. Oh, did we get into a... Looks like we've got ourselves into another weird little thing because of... Well, that's probably what's happening. Let's see what we got here. So we didn't have any, notice that it kind of jumped over some of those places for us. Huh. That's an interesting one. But APP doesn't have a value, so it doesn't know where it would go. Get rid of that. Oh, what have we got here? Condition 0. So it's... Is this value less? So this one is always gonna... It's never gonna branch. So we're gonna unret here. That's a bunch of stuff that popped up. That one looks like it just... So this is another one of those ones where it's like... This add overflow should give us a value. I don't know why that's undetermined. It's kind of frustrating. I need to put in a bug thing for that. And now I don't know what those would actually... Oh, that's not going to overflow. So that's false. So it's if not true, or not false, and false equals false. So that one's gonna always branch. And then we got another one of those normal ones. Oop. Keep randomly clicking stuff. Man. Let's see. Did I get rid of all the branches? I need to do this, figure out some patching I can do to shorten this basic block thing. What if we added that actually? If we look at this, if we do like a second pass and we say, okay, here's a jump, and its target is a jump, then let's just patch the previous jump. See if we can do that. Where are we? So if IL operation is a jump, that's not what we want. We want to go 2. So if MLIL test operation equals medium level IL operation.mlil go to, then fold jump. Else IL equals MLIL. Okay, so now if we add a fold jump down here, might be able to use our jump visitor. I don't know if we'll need it or not. F fold jump. Actually, yeah. So actually, if we get into here, we already know that this is a constant. So jump target equals il.function dist address. So that should just give it to us, and we can then just do a bb.write il.address il wait, no, I can't do bb. I do view. Don't want to mess that up. We can do a view.arch.symbol jump. Add a format string and our address there. Ooh, what is happening? The mouse got What the hell? Mouse is getting stuck for some reason. Anyways, let's format that a little bit, if maybe. And figure out what this error is up here. Oh, it's just because I hadn't. And then we need to return jump target. And I think that should actually just make some passes through our thing. Then we'll have to kind of redo some stuff. Let me see if I can do a all right, we got that. I don't know if looks like it's doing the jumps. Actually, that's not what I want. It's not doing anything. That's silly. I'm just gotta wait for it to get to the end, I guess. So my mistake here is that I set the jump to the jump target. And that's not going to work. So what I want is jump target target, which is going to be jump target's dest dot address. All right. It's probably gonna go forever. How far down are we? Oh God, can't even see it. Almost there. Actually, it looks like it might be actually pulling some of those knops out. All right. Wait. Stop. I see something. I can't stop it because it's just constantly doing the thing. Although now it's farther, it's higher up now? I saw something that was like setting the return address. Actually, I know what I can do. I can split this to a new window. Aha! There it is. I think it finished. So it actually got us there. Here it is. Here's our move into something. EDX at some point became... All right. Oh, no, I want the SSA form. Did it actually stop because it got to a... No, it actually didn't stop on our on our store. It should have stopped right there. Huh. Wonder why it didn't. Oh, because it probably, because I reloaded this, and so the SEH became false at some point, probably. Oh, actually, it's not self SEH, right? Yeah, it's not self SEH that I needed. We actually need to do... All right, so let's find out where this is. LLIL.mapped medium level IL.SSA form 618. Actually, no, I think it's just get SSA var definition. And then we want SSA variable. Actually, let's just do this. Current LIL medium level IL. Hey, Peter. .SSA form, and then 618 dot source dot left. Nope. Dot source. There we go. 398. All right. Current LIL dot mapped medium level IL dot SSA form 398 dot address. There we go. Interesting. So what does that look like? I think this is what I saw earlier that I was confused about. Yeah. So ADX is now equal to return address sub 0, version 0, which is basically, so it's So it moves in ESP plus C. So I think it's interesting why it's actually moving in what's in the value there. So that would be a stack value that is in the exception, like the frames. Well, if you'd showed up like just a few minutes ago, we were just actually doing that, and I messed it up, and I let it run to its completion. So we've got this now here that I actually haven't run yet, and well, your name just went from red to purple for some reason, Peter. That's interesting. Anyways, yeah, so so that'll at some point there we go. So that at some point will work. I haven't done it yet, but we finally got to this point. Actually, let me go ahead and save this. I'm gonna highlight this. Yeah, it goes away after a little bit. I don't really have a good place to put it, because I don't want it to like make things disappear, or like I could do like this, but then can you right align on the bottom right? I can right align it like this, but then I think it needs the extra space right there. Like that's the thing. I can also make it a little smaller. I don't know how to right align it. I'd have to like go and figure out things. And you know, you want the names to be aligned anyways. Maybe I'll put it up here. And I don't know why it's centered like that. Is that still readable? I really just want it to be so that people can actually see what's being talked about in like the rebroadcasts and stuff. That's not better. It's not readable. New Pincha UI plugin. Yes, I need to get. I need to build a web view frame that will just connect to the Twitch API and put the chat in for me, so that I can just put it in the Binja thing. Actually, that would be kind of nice, because then I can read it a little easier. Because like right now, I'm using one of these pop out things, so that I can kind of see it. But anyways, yeah, so that it sticks around for like 90 seconds or something, I think. So it won't be there forever, but you know, whatever. All right, so actually, let's do that again. Go back up there. Oh, didn't navigate me there. Okay, there we go. Use a bookmark. EDX becomes stack pointer, and then got my nice bookmark right there. Cool. Oh yeah, I guess that doesn't work so much. So yeah, now we've gotten to this point where we stop because we hit this return. But this is actually where it's going. I guess I need that and EAX. But we can change this jump. So what we need to do is just do a... I have a feeling that this value is not going to change because this is where it's actually setting something farther down the stack. So if we look for something that's got a load, or not a load, but I guess just an addition, and it's a B8. Actually, we can do the store. Like, how many fucking stores are there? I have a feeling those stores stick around. Yeah. Oops, what am I doing? So then if we do that, let's see how many stores we have. Oh, look, there's only the one. So if we're in an exception and we do a store, then we can look to see if the store is a variable. And this is something we haven't really done yet, I don't think, is we're going to use the SSA to then go find out where that variable is set. And then we can say, okay, that's set to something plus B8. Well, what's that set to? And if this reads from the stack, then we can just say, okay, then that's our exception frame handler overwrite of the return address, so that then when it hits this return and is doing its... I'm losing my train of thought. If it overwrites an address in the unwind and then returns from there, it's going to unwind down the stack, hit that value, and then jump back to where it's going to go next. And so we can overwrite this jump here, because I don't know if that EAX is because that's what it needs to return from an exception, or if it's or if it's actually going to use that EAX. Let's find out. Let's see if it uses the EAX after this. Well, I got index out of range. Why do I have a bunch of index out of range? Huh. Oh, because I was probably in regular medium level IL at some point and I was right clicking. Yeah, I'm in medium level IL. All right. Yeah, so it's gonna do something weird there. Well, that's interesting that apparently entry value EAX is there. That's weird. So let's come back here. And then we know that this is going to be our value that's going to get to. Yeah. Yeah, and that's just another unret. So let's see what happens if we run the unlock thing again. See if it'll get rid of my... looking at them, but it doesn't look like it's actually doing anything. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's getting smaller. Actually seems like it's getting slower. Yeah, it's not overwriting those. That's annoying. Yeah. Alright, let's close you. Whoops. Yeah, that was a crash. Didn't like that. I think that was the mid-analysis crash that sometimes happens. Alright. So let's see what happens with the jump thing. Unlock.fold jump. I want to do Really wish I could get to the mapped medium level IL easier, but I guess y'all don't want people actually using it as much. I think that worked. Let's make sure it doesn't mess things up. Oops. Oh, right, because it won't go in there unless the jump target is a go-to as well. So let's see, go to 5. Yeah, let's shrink that down. Nope. Actually, what I should do for the full jump is actually do jump target again, or IL.address again to see if there's another one that it can fold. Because if there's a bunch there, then let me see. Oops. All right, let's see. Where's one where I have multiple jumps in a row? Here's one, 35. So unlock.fold jump. Current IL, the mapped medium level IL, 35. Okay. And then what is this address? This should still be 40BF46. Yeah, so then it'll do it again there. Cool. Let's actually see if it actually... Yeah, I think it's... Yeah, I think it's shrinking stuff. This gotta be nice. Oh, that was beautiful. Look at that. Every single one is just a single instruction now, or an indirect jump. Oh, that's beautiful. I love it. Yeah, we'll go ahead and save that again. All right, I should have bookmarked the place where it, oh, that's an interesting thing. What is happening here? It pushes EAX. That's interesting. So that could actually be an issue. Ooh, let's see what our exception was. Oh, that's interesting. It was in navigate, get history entry. That's a pretty interesting one. I'll save that one for you. Oops. So, all right, where are we? Oop, in my mic. So this one might actually be an issue. Oh no, because there's a push right there. And so that's what it's actually messing with. I was concerned for a moment that it was doing something weird here with something that was on the stack for the exception frame, but because we don't actually know that we're on an exception frame, unless, can I do... I need to find the FS and bookmark it. Actually, no. I know what I'll just do. Why do I need to do that if I can just do FS? No. Where did it find the FS there? No matches. Did it get rid of my FS? I think maybe it did. Because there's all the EDX stuff now. Oh, maybe that's a different one. No, there's the move. Uh-oh. How did I get rid of it? Alright, we're gonna have to start over real quick. Huh. I'm very confused right now. How did my jump thing get rid of the... We'll say it's still pretty fun to watch all of that. Let's see. Should probably get rid of some of this some of this output. What are those giant knops there that are... How does it do that? Oh, I know what those are. Those are the ones that are probably like some ridiculous like EAX plus whatever thing. So it has a bunch of extra bytes, and so it knops it down. Hmm. We somehow get into a infinite loop here? Yep, I think so. I wonder what happened there. Let's see. So P is unimplemented. But that should have gone ahead and worked. But it kind of came down here and was doing these. We'll just kind of skip that for now. All right, let's see. See if we can find it. There we go. Okay. So 407386. That seems to have disappeared in here. Yeah, it's no longer part of our function. Wonder what happened there. How far did we get on this? Are we pretty close to the end? It's a never branch. Oh, that's what the knops are. It always ends up being a bunch of knops because whenever it does like a never branch, it just knops it all out. History. Weird. It says welcome to the chat room in my thing. Did it like disconnect me or something at some point? Anyways, let's see. So we've got this here. Interestingly enough, also ESP became like weird down here, I think. Yeah, what happens here? Let me go back to that FS. Okay. That is a push, or set var. So I'm wondering what would have gotten rid of all of this, because like this entire EAX thing seemed to have been like gone. Man, setting that section to be um, only readable made these jumps so much nicer. The jump PCX there. Wait a second. Why does it push that EAX there? I'm starting to get worried that I'm like overwriting some stuff that we actually need with some of the patches. But that's one of the things is I try not to, like, unless it can somehow manage to jump into the middle of one of the basic blocks, we generally don't overwrite anything that doesn't have enough space. So let's go ahead and take this out for now. I don't want it to accidentally overwrite something again. We saved that. Wonder. Let's clear this log. Let's run unlock and see what happens. I think this one's gonna still get rid of some of the go-tos. See if I can see that FS disappear. There's the push. So that's the interesting thing. Oh, there they are. But they're still there this time. I wonder if something later on gets patched and that's what gets rid of them. because it's weird to me that those knops are disappearing. Yes, we had this issue before. So I'm glad y'all are around now. At least I'm assuming that Jordan and Peter are still here. Yes. So here's one that I want to actually report, is that you've got this add overflow here, and you got two constants, yet the O flag is undetermined. Dataflow should definitely be able to pick this up. And because of that, these two are correct. So you've got a not 0, so 1, and 0 equals, and this should be a 0, so that this whole thing could then become true. But because of the undetermined, it doesn't. And so that one kind of messes me up. But once we get rid of that, let me see if we're still here. So that's good. So let's try running unlock one more time and see if we can get to the end. And I think that is the end, yes. All right. Okay, we're still there. I don't know what happened in that last one. I must have really messed something up. Yeah. But it's there, so let's save the analysis database, and we'll save it in the same place as before. Actually, I'll go ahead and save it here this time. All right, so we have our entire thing. It's got all of our go-tos and everything cleaned out. And really, at some point, I can probably get rid of these, because if it's undetermined, it doesn't matter. Like, if there's a undetermined that's done something with a math thing here, like an XOR value, why do we need those? So I think we can clear those out as well. But I think I might wait until phase 2 to do that. That's like the next thing I want to do. I like these though. Those are the probably math operations that are, yeah, it's just like XORing things together after it's signed it, and but it folds those because it's like, yeah, I know what this value is, so I don't need to put the math operation. I can just say, here it is, just set it. All right, so let's go back to our analysis down here. So we've got EAX. It holds our thing. We need to look for a store and then step back from there. So let's try figuring that out. Excuse me for the yawn, sorry. Weird. I'm actually a little worried that my stream chat is messed up now. It doesn't seem to be saying anything. And I figured y'all would at least have responded to me showing you a bug. Let me try closing it and reopening it. Maybe that'll work. Anyways, so your stream paused? God, I hope not everybody's paused. Did you accidentally pause it? Anyways, I showed a bug. No, it just stopped. Well, shit, I hope that I hope it didn't stop for everyone. Man. Yeah, hopefully it didn't like just freeze in the middle. Anyways, so yeah, there's a bug. Oh, it didn't stop. Okay, cool. So there's a bug in when you do an add overflow operation. The overflow flag stays the overflow flag stays undefined, undetermined. Even if you have an add overflow operation with two constants, it doesn't actually set it to anything. So that's messing up some of my conditions here. So anyways, once we find this instruction, let's get our IL equals. All right, so we got our EDX equals a constant. Oh, that's going to be hard. It folds that constant there. All right, so we need to ooh, EDX actually has a value? That doesn't switch to a... That's nice, at least. Interesting. So mapped medium level IL still has the register there. So it folds the constant here, but it doesn't fold the constant here. That's useful for us. Very interesting. So we need to figure out where this is defined. And we've got an issue because it's being folded into this constant. So we're going to have to go back to the low-level IL. So IL, let me see, can I do low-level IL? Yes. Oh. Whoa. That's interesting. I didn't know that it would do that. So I guess if you do low-level IL from mapped medium level IL, not SSA form, the low-level IL will point to the SSA form, because I guess that's kind of the mapping of how it goes is lifted IL to low-level IL to low-level IL SSA, and then low-level IL SSA goes to mapped medium level IL. So we're going back one step, which is useful for us because we can then say, okay, here is our this is the one I want. So we've got this, and that's SSA form, and I want il.source, but we need il.function.get SSA var SSA reg definition, and that will be il.source. Oops. .556. So il so EAX def is il function 556. Actually, no, that's not what we want. We want, I'm looking at the wrong one. So we actually don't need that. We actually can do this one here. Let's do that again. So we've got the IL, and we want the il.dest. il.dest.ssa form gives us the SSA ID for it, and then this is the one that we want and that's going to be il.dest.ssa form. Oops. Oh. No, I want SSA form.source. And there we go. We got that one. And so that's exdef. And we can do il.function.get SSA var definition of edxdef source.left.ssa form.source. I think that's right. Nope. No, it helps if I actually spell the functions right. And then that is edx equals var8. What is that? Let's see what the address on that is. And that's our ESP plus C. So that means that it's being set to a stack variable, the value of a stack variable, and that is what we were looking for. So we want edxdef underscore dot source dot operation var. So if it's a var, then that's what we're looking for. So now we need to code that up. And this is like the most sketchy heuristic I think we've done so far. I don't know if I like it that much, but this is a really hard obfuscation to do statically because of the fact that it's dealing with an exception handler that's changing the stack frame underneath us, and we don't really really know what it's changing on the stack. We just know that that offset is the one that's going to be messed up. In our I believe this is where our exception happened. I don't know if I can. Yeah, I can't do it unless it's a call, I think, to change the stack offset here. Like, maybe I could change this to do something where I, like, because it had some other stuff beyond it, not just the move EAX thing, where I could just say that ESP gets changed. But yeah. I don't know if that's I'm worried that doing that is because I've tried to just stick to changing jumps when it's going to be like a something else that was a jump, or never branch on a conditional, something like that, that I know it's not going to overwrite the next stuff, because I don't know if that other basic block that the move EAX was in is actually going to get used at some point, because that would really suck if we patched that and just like completely ruined it. So yeah, so let's try and figure this out. Where were we? So we want MLIL store, and SEH is not the thing. We want to call this in exception. Oh, I guess since this is a class, a static thing, I can actually reference these. I don't have to pass them in. So I need to go to check null deref. And this is where wait, no, that's not. Was that where my static was? No, unlock task thread. All right, so we got that. Damn, my meds have like worn off or something because I am like losing my train of thought like crazy today. Damn. Okay. What was I doing? I was coming up here to find the store and in exception return. So that would stop us there. So then this is going to be func equals find fix unwind. Now we're going to come down here and make a so we've got our mapped IL, and we want our IL dest Okay, so we do this, and then we get our def is il function dot get SSA var definition var SSA. And then what did we do from there? And then we got the let's make a visitor for this. I love making visitors. So let's do a visitor for this. It always just makes everything so clean. So here we're gonna do a let's just make function here. All right. No, because if we do that, that's just going to become another set var. No, we don't want dest. Oh wait, no, this is not a set var, this is a store. So we want store. And then this will be MLIL stet var. got myself confused there for a second. So we're gonna do a is stack var equals online visitor visit il. And so then here we're gonna actually we probably won't need this. We're gonna do self.visit visit expired at source. And then this one we'll probably have an add. Oops. Left equals self.visit expr.left. Right equals self.visit expr.right. And then we're going to return left or right, because we're eventually going to return a Boolean. So then visit mlil constant return false, because we're looking for a stack variable. If var.type equals variable source type dot stack variable source type, return true. Else self.visit I need to make sure that this is a if dest ssa dot oops, operation dot mlil var, because we want a var return false. And then we want no, let's do var equals expr.source. Although I need var SSA is the expr.ssa form.source. And then we do var SSA here. Okay. I think that's all we need. And then if is stack var unlock task thread dot in exception is going to become false because we're going to be leaving our exception. And then we need to find we need to make sure that's a constant. Now dot source dot value dot type. Actually, we can do this beforehand. Constant pointer type value. I assume that's what's going to happen there. Actually, it might not be, it just might be a constant. Yeah, it's just a constant. So just in case, we'll do a tuple. It's not in. But if it is, then from here, I think we need to see if the next instruction is a jump. Or maybe we just go until we can't find any more jumps? I don't know. Huh. It's a good question. This one's a hard one, huh? So we can chance it for now and see if that EAX needs to be used or not. Oops. That should be up there. Okay. And then from here, we return xdil.operation. No, not operation.address. And then from here, we'll return and reanalyze function. All right, let's try that. Let's see what happens. Okay. All right. You know what? I'm gonna do a there we go. Hopefully that won't come back to bite me, but we can do an unlock.xunwind.mmlil 562. Probably have to put that in parentheses instead of an period. Oops. We need a sub and a const. Oh, const. Whoops. I don't remember that happening. We should have gotten to here. All right, time to print out the okay, that's going back way too far. Should have stopped at the var 8. Yes, I did mean to add parentheses on that. No, that's not what I want. It was chucking the actual type. source type is what I want. Function does not support indexing. Oh, right. There we go. That's what it's supposed to look like. Yeah, that's supposed to be value. Looks like we got there. Yeah. So set that, and then we wrote that. Whoops. We can do an unret here. Whoop. Something else. Pop dword fs0. Saved EAX. Look at that. That's what they were doing. They were saving the EAX. And then it moves this down as well, one. Huh. Yeah, so that's where it's fixing the thing. So we've... Oh, that makes me feel so good that we actually found the correct thing. Awesome. And we didn't need that EAX because it popped off this one. So that was pretty cool. Oh, that's very exciting. Okay. So it looks like we're just back to some regular stuff. So now it's doing something weird with XOR DISI, which doesn't really seem useful. Oh, let me double check that one. Oh no. Oh, it undid two patches there. That was weird. All right, let's redo it. All right, so that one, it's interesting that didn't get changed to, oh yeah, there's one of those -1s. Because apparently if you not 0, it becomes -1, even though not should be a 1 or a 0. The neg operation should be the one that turns it to a -1. Oops. We are in regular medium level IL. That looks better. I feel like I could run the thing, but I kind of want to just go through here and like see if something weird comes up. It's doing a lot of XORing of SI and DI now suddenly. All right. Oh, yeah, it's doing all these like single byte things now. I don't actually know if those are really those constants. EDX is not F8. That it read from hex 40. Because EDX should still point to something on the stack, so we don't even care what these values are right now. I can't guarantee that those are correct. Yeah. So this is an always patch. Got some more. Ooh, that's a big one. Z or S doesn't equal O. Looks like we pushed something on here. Yeah. Oh! What is this? It appears that we are getting somewhere. So now var10 is pointing to hello world. Hell yeah, we're getting somewhere. Oh, that's awesome. And like, when did we actually, oh, here's another one. Visit us at pelock.com. Looks like we're actually getting to the actual stuff that this binary does. Var 14 is pointing somewhere too. And let me see, this is probably going to be another unconditional jump. Yeah. Uh-oh. That's why we pushed, we've got this value. I'm going to copy that address. It looks like we are doing another exception one. Jump if not equal, and that's, is it one of those -1 ones? Yeah. So that's always going to branch. Yep, there's the var. It's going to try it again. Oh, and there's our read from null. So then this is going to be where we do a jump to this address. Now let's now the question is it going to do all of that stuff again where it's in a where it's going to have to do the unwind again, because that took a while last time. Oh, got a bunch of stuff here. I don't see anything yet. Let's go ahead and save this. We just shit. When I hit save, it saved the binary, so I'm gonna have to go back and get the why is it not letting me save the analysis? It's not asking me to save the analysis database. So I have no idea what I just saved this as. Is it a database? Is it a binary? Who knows? I might have to go download it again. Let's see what happens if we run unlock on it. Or nope, did we get stuck? Alright, well, it's pretty easy to tell that this is an always branch. That's an unwrap. Not. Oh, we know it. Is this? Did I get the section? Is readable again? Yeah, it's writable data. All right, so Gotta fix that. P.add user section. All right, and there it is. Doing on right here. Oh, a tail call. We have another. Oh, that's something we've already done. Wait a second. I just randomly decided to make that a tail call? I don't want that to be a tail call. Oh, that's why it made a function. Because it was calling that down there. Gonna have to figure out what to do about that. Because that could mess us up later as well. So we can all finish that. Click on ret. Do we still have our... Wait. I guess we haven't hit a another store. Yeah, because the problem is I think if we have a call there that adds that function, if I remove that like that basic block that was doing the call, it's not gonna remove the function that was added by that analysis, I think. So I feel like there's a potential there for it to get messed up. Well, I guess if I just... Is there a way to blacklist functions without... Can I just like say undefined function at this address and it'll just blacklist it? Because that would be nice, because then I would just blacklist every basic block. So it never created any functions. All right, so here. Ugh, so much stuff going on here. Yeah, I've got tail call analysis disabled already. The issue here wasn't that it was a tail call, it was that down one of the branches that was not valid, it was doing a call to the basic block, or one of our basic blocks. And so because it went down, it was then analyzing down that path. Yeah, it created a function there. So I think that if I get rid of that, when I patch that path out, it's still going to leave that function defined. So I think that could be an issue. All right, so come on, give me something else interesting to look at here. I haven't seen a store yet. I kind of want to try running unlock again and seeing how it gets. But I'm also worried that it's gonna break something that I don't foresee happening. Oops, but I can feel that we're getting close. I saw those things getting pushed onto the stack. Yeah, but you know what? There's not a UI for binding the unret thing yet, so I'd have to go and do that JSON file and then restart Binary Ninja, and I don't want to do that. So I just need to remember to do that at some point. I'm so close, I think. All right. I'm gonna try it. Is there an API? I guess we can look for that. Oh wait. Or if is it under settings? Doesn't look like settings has a thing. I don't know what else it would be under. Yeah, no, I don't think there is one for, I don't think there's an API for it right now. That's disappointing. All right, we're gonna run unlock again and see what happens. This could be very bad because oh, found FS and stopped. That's interesting. Where are we? Oh, cool. We've got all the way down here. It's under UI action. Oh, yeah, that's currently. That'll be nice. Okay, so we made it to the second one. Found FS. And what did I set it to make it? Ah, that's what it is. Because we patched earlier, the yeah, because we'd patched earlier, it hits this one and it doesn't know what's going on because it found an FS. Erg. Damn, I think I have to redo everything in order to get to that point, though. It's a never branch. I mean, it's nice that we actually got all the way down there, though. Oh. Did we hit it? Something. Oh, no, it figured it out. Whoops. I don't know what I just did. Now, one thing that I wonder if it could make my life easier would actually be writing an architecture hook and setting return to lift as a jump to the stack variable to do like a jump pop instead of a LLIL ret because then I'm not patching anything, and I feel like it might mess up the data flow a bit because of all the weird stuff that would happen potentially, and especially when it gets to the the part where it's doing the exception handler stuff. But it could potentially work. It might just need some hackiness. I don't know how to... I need to think of a way to say, ignore this FS. If I've already... Oh, I know what I can do. I can do the pop FS. Look at the move there and the pop. If I do a pop... What was that one? If I do a store and FS is the thing, then I can say make it false. That's what I can do. If fs in il.dest prefix operands, then that means that it's no longer in self.push SEH equals false. Oh wait, no, that's in exception. Now I'm getting myself confused. So yes, so SEH.append means that we've got this, we're no longer in the push thing. And we're not in an exception anymore. And then I think IL equals MMLIL. So I think that's what we want to set. Although I think the fix unwind also does that, where it says it's not in the thing. But what's the one that it stopped on? Was it this one? Yeah, it was this one. So function.get stack contents at here. Yeah, it has. Okay, so the problem here then was no, I don't want to do that because then it won't. Erg. What was it having an issue with it then? Because it stopped there for. Oh, that was a set var. If IL operation doesn't equal MLIL store. But what was it before? It's not a store there. I'm currently not entirely sure how this even worked in the first place. Oh, if self.push SEH. That's the part. Self.push SEH is not false like it needs to be. So that means that okay, so here's our first one. Our stack has gotten off at some point. So that should be var 14. Oh, offset. That's why it keeps going up there. Okay, so we have that. So what's getting rid of var 14? I don't see it doing anything with the stack. So it's really weird that it should be at var 14. Oh. Where'd Hello World go? What the hell? Do we lose some of it? Because I swear there was more to this than this. No, maybe. Now I'm getting all confused right now. Urgh. I feel like I just lost a bunch for some reason. Don't know what happened to it. So oops. What? Stop clicking like that, stupid mouse. Oh, there's the hello world. Oh, I guess it was higher up. I thought it was down below. That's why I was so confused. So let's see, if I do a unlock task thread, that's what it is, or unlock task thread. Yeah, dot push SEH equals false. I wonder if doing it then, no, stop doing that. It still does it. Let me. So why is it, yeah, why is it getting here? So when we append something, push SEH should be coming true. Maybe we're setting. Oh, it's the other one, I think, is that setting the push SEH, I bet. Yeah. It's probably. Yes, it's just seeing this and setting it to true. So the original one is a push, right? I'm still confused as to why this is a pop when it should be a ESP should be at minus 14. So something has gotten messed up, but We're getting closer though, so we can find that later, I guess. What is that on the low level? That's a push. That's a pop. What's that in the medium level IL? Actually, what's the original one again? Oh, that's why. That address isn't in the... So is one of them getting... No, the original one's there. Oh, no, that's not. So we have accidentally pushed it out again, I think. Yeah. So we have a pop, but no push. Somehow we've patched that out again. And that's why that jump is still there, though, it seems. How did that happen? This is where the FS should be. Interesting. Okay. So I think if here we're gonna do a low level IL dot source equals dot operation that doesn't equal low level IL operation. Yes, I guess I should put a colon and actually do this. Actually, I think I can just say, wait, no. Well, now I don't know. Ah, yes. Now I can do the, here is where I can do the if fs in il dot dast dot prefix operands. Let's see. Do we still get it found unlocked? Hmm. So the other one is setting it then. Oh, not in. Are we in a infinite loop now? Oh. Hmm. If file.dest.operation. I think I gotta call it a night real soon. All right, getting a little farther again. Seems like it's starting to get a little slow. Oh, that's an interesting one. I wonder what got it confused here, though. All right, well, it is time for me to go. So, next time we'll hopefully get a little farther with this. I'm pretty excited that we figured out the exception thing and got it to go past the unwind. That was pretty cool. So that makes me think that we're pretty close to finishing this, and maybe next time we can actually move on to phase 2, which would then be creating a flow graph of the of a slightly less obfuscated binary, getting rid of a bunch of the XORs and things like that. So yeah, cool. Well, I will talk to you guys and ladies next time. Hope you had a good time watching, and yeah, have a good night.